Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dennis Hardeman, and we're going to talk about the impact of the semantic web and the so-called Internet of Things. Okay, as said in our video, semantic means data-driven. So the semantic web adjusts to data that's put in by the user. So rather than information going on between person and person, and later on it go between machine and machine. Uh, The information is gathered from many sources through electronic devices and is categorized according to type. And it's done by, as I was saying, interaction of machines and not people. Okay, the addition of the semantic web to Web 2 to internet applications such as Wiki produced what's called Web 3, among other things. Now, if you have a Wiki, device in your classroom, that there's a place that devices could be added to add lots of information that your class could use. Uh, Here's some example. A student searches for an article related to a particular subject. The engine supplies an overabundant supply of articles based on the subject. Okay, that is one example. I remember I didn't quite understand what it was, but I remember I was doing a search in Google on a topic. I think around the next day, in fact, a couple of days, when I was looking at Google News, there was an article on the same topic that I was researching on. And then when I was researching on another topic, I looked in Google again, and there was information in an article about a topic that I was searching on. In fact, I was able to use it. It appears to be, semantic web, and I'm new with this, so I'm really trying to understand Web 2. I just got to understand the Web 1. Okay, here's another example of how it works. The student searches for an article related to the subject, and then as a student search for an article, the machine combines uh, overabundant of information, so much information that the student has to do another search in order to select what information he needed. Now this is worldwide information. You know, the internet is all over the world. I mean, it comes from universities, individuals, in places of industry. It just comes all over, and because there are machines involved, it happens at a very fast pace. Um, One use of an education is it adjusts to a student's learning style. For example, there's a thing called social web, and then you have the semantic web. Now, a combination of that we studying now, the combination of semantic web and the social web, which is the social media, and stuff like that. Uh, the student can gain information and through a personal learning environment. Now, this personal learning environment is technology. Uh, what the machine does is it analyzes the person. I mean, I don't know how it's done, and it uses his personal needs, his personal desires. Now this is student centered, and then curriculum is designed so that person can study according to his personal needs, and then it's student centered and it's engaging. So it constantly adjusted to the student's learning style. Now, I don't believe you leave a student alone just let the machine do all the teaching, whatever form they come in. The teacher is always a facilitator. Always, first of all, I do believe before any type of equipment is used, the teacher should study that equipment itself. I mean, themselves, and that way the student could be taught, the student could be monitored on how to handle the machine. So it's you never forget that the teacher is a facilitator. Uh, as a teacher, uh, the student have to learn the basic skills for whatever learning applies. As we were taught in the beginning, we're teaching students things and for job that we have no idea that's not here yet. So the basic skills of reading, arithmetic, stuff like that, the teacher has to teach them. Um, as far as a Christian perspective, you know, uh, we shouldn't we should not get to the point that so much knowledge comes along that we forget about God. God is in control. And one prime example, uh, according to His word, knowledge shall increase, and it certainly has increased, and it's increasing at a rate so fast that there's no telling what's going to happen in the future. It just, especially with technology, not knowledge from all over the world. It's just accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. And one reservation I do have is TMI. I mean, it appears to leave a lot of options for hackers. And with your information going all over the place from all over the world and all type of experts, it has to be some type of control. So, well, I hope you have a nice finish of the course. We're over halfway through, and I wish you well, and I hope things work out for you. God bless you.